कोर्सेरा ने 4000 कोर्सेज का हिंदी में तर्जुमा किया और हिंदुस्तानी तलबा के लिए नए AI खसूसियत का आगाज किया। नए तलबा की तरक्की और कोर्स के इंदराज में हिंदुस्तान सबसे ऊपर है। एग्जीक्यूटिव और बुनियादी तालीम को बेहतर बनाने के लिए जनरेटिव AI एकेडमी का आगाज किया गया। कोर्सेरा इनकॉर्पोरेटेड NYSE कोर ऑनलाइन सीखने के मारूफ प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसने हिंदुस्तान में आला मयार की तालीम तक रसाई को बेहतर बनाने और तलबा और इदारों की मुकामी ज़रूरियात को बेहतर तरीके से पूरा करने के अपने मिशन का ऐलान किया। इस मौके पर बहुत से नए इक़दामात का भी ऐलान किया गया। उन इक़दामात में हिंदी में सीखने के मवाद की एक वसी रेंज और AI से चलने वाली खसूसियात के साथ ऑनलाइन सीखने को मज़ीद ज़ाती और इंटरैक्टिव बनाने की पेशकश शामिल है। अब डीप लर्निंग AI से हर किसी के लिए जनरेटिव AI याले यूनिवर्सिटी से दी साइंस ऑफ वेलबीइंग मिशिगन यूनिवर्सिटी के हर फर्द के लिए प्रोग्राम और IBM से डेटा साइंस क्या है जैसे सरफहरिस्त कोर्स के साथ जो अब तक सिर्फ अंग्रेजी में दस्तयाब है, किसी भी हिंदी बोलने वाले के लिए काबिल रसाई होने वाला है। कोर्सेरा नए इंटरप्राइजेज और कैंपस सार्फिन का भी ऐलान किया क्योंकि मुल्क भर के इदारे अपने मुलाजमीन और तलबा को डिजिटल महारतों से आरास्ता करने के लिए ऑनलाइन सीखने को अपनाते हैं। प्लेटफॉर्म पर 2.34 करोड़ से 5.7 करोड़ से ज़्यादा तलबा रजिस्ट्रेशन के साथ हिंदुस्तान के लिए कोर्सेरा आलमी सतह पर दूसरा सबसे बड़ा सारिफ बेस है। कोर्सेरा के CEO और चीफ मैग्यूएन का कहना है कि हिंदुस्तान की 5 ट्रिलियन की मईशत बनने की ख्वाहिश एक हुनरमंद अफरादी क़ुव्वत तैयार करता है। देखिए कोर्सेरा के CEO ने कोर्सेज से मुताल्लिक क्या तफसीलात बताई और क्यों कहा कि ये कोर्स भारत के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है।
I may be wrong, but this is my conclusion, or at least my hypothesis here. These great performers without this technology and the darker bars, everybody got better. But those lighter bars got much more, and it will equalize the performance capabilities. Without GPT, and you're like, hey, I'm an above average performer. I don't need this technology. And everybody else uses it. You're not the COO of IBM. He says AI might not replace managers, but managers using AI will certainly replace managers who are not using AI. We also just looked at a PwC survey that came out like in the last month. When they surveyed perceptions of AI of individuals around the world, India stood out. The individual respondents in India, 50% of them believe that AI will help them be more productive with the right skill. Which jobs can be done remotely? It's those digital jobs in high demand where you can learn the skills online that you can also do remotely. Why does this matter? Because anyone in India can learn the skills to do a certain kind of job, a digital job, without leaving their community. And increasingly, they can get access to digital jobs all around India and also all around the world without leaving their community. People will not have to go to the big cities to get the kinds of economic opportunities per second. So this is AWS. It was an AWS Gallup survey. Indian workers with digital skills earn about 2 times those who do not. Remote work. A lot of people thought that after the pandemic, everyone's going to go back to the office. Well, definitely there are a lot of CEOs saying you got to come back to the office. But when you look at the workers, they're saying, I don't want to go back to the office if I have to drive 20. And you can see the US at 4 million, India at 1.7 million. The dark blue is the number of remote workers in 2023. So the US still is larger number of remote workers, but India has grown 170% and is catching up to the US from 1.7 million to 4.6 million. And I think it's going to keep on growing and be the remote worker country of the world. I mean, Indian knowledge workers will be doing knowledge jobs for opportunities and threats. How do we create the education and the access to education that actually makes these opportunities available? Let's talk a little bit about Coursera and what we're doing to help here. First of all, we were started, as you probably know, in 20. Today we have 136 million learners on Coursera. We work with universities and industry partners. And I'll go through, what about our Indian learners? How many, who are they? What about our Indian university partners, our industry partners? We'll go through that in just a second. But today, through the consumer channel, you can be an employee. There's lots of different ways you can get to Coursera. But when you get to Coursera, you see all this high quality content and credentials from leading businesses and leading universities. And this open content, you can start at any time, very affordably. And it gives you a pathway to a college degree and a pathway to a job. So we'll talk a little bit more about how this works and what are the certificates here. But creating pathways of opportunity is what AI is really changing the game. And to give you a little bit of an idea of where we're heading at Coursera in terms of using AI to create opportunities for education and opportunities for jobs, I want to hit on 5 particular areas of focus. First of all, AI is going to disrupt jobs. Generative AI for executives to reskill in Career Academy. Now, not only will AI change the job landscape and the skills people need to learn, it will also change the way that we teach, and it will change the way that we learn. And of course, that's what we do. So a lot of what we're going to talk about is using AI to make teaching and learning radically change the economics and the possibilities of being able to translate a course. Learners in India, what do they look like? Why are they coming to Coursera? What courses are they taking? First of all, about 22 million learners in India have registered to learn on Coursera. It's growing more quickly than almost any other country in the world. It's about to surpass all of Europe in the number of learners in India. You can see in the US is at 26 million. India is at 22 million. And when you look at who these learners are, they're younger than the global average, 29 years, median age versus 32 globally. There's more tilt towards men than women in India compared to globally. It's closer to 50-50. And not surprisingly, there's more learners learning on mobile devices in India. And this is another really important thing. Mobile devices are a great way to create continuous access to learning on Coursera for learners who might not have continuous connectivity and power. Clearly, the pandemic made a huge impact on the number of learners coming to Coursera. You can see in 2020 a massive jump, and that's really just continued to go. So this is number of registered learners and number of course enrollments every year up through 2023. And when you look at the number of learners and enrollments, so clearly this is a huge opportunity for us, and we see a lot of enthusiasm for learning on Coursera among learners in India. And especially when you look at where it's growing the fastest in India, the accessibility is now available for learners in India who speak Hindi to take courses on Coursera. Our video that gives you a sense of where we might be heading. But millions of people worldwide face a language barrier that prevents them from accessing knowledge. Technology and AI will play a critical role in making the world's knowledge more easily accessible. We are excited to announce that we have translated thousands of courses into Hindi. Today we are translating written words, but soon the language barrier may disappear altogether. Soon, the best instructors in the world will be able to speak the languages of everyone. Okay. Another thing that we are doing is we are creating a special group of, I think it's 5 courses that have been on IIT Guwahati, 78% outside the metros, 277 cities, 40% more women in the online program than in the on-campus. And then when you look at some of the courses that IIMA has put out, they have also seen very dramatic enrollments, 200,000 course enrollments in just 7 months. Again, reaching people all around the world and increasingly older populations than who traditional knowledge and expertise available globally. And Coursera has been honored to be a partner to the best pathways to degrees. And I want to just spend a couple of moments talking about degree pathways. We've been working with industry to create these job training programs. We call them professional certificates, ECTS in Europe, that basically says, here is the framework of quality so that industry content can be It's up 50% year on year in the last 12 months. And again, the learner can come and either take these professional
development needs as well. I want to point out a little bit of the key highlights of what the Generative AI Academy does. It is a package where we've said, look, everyone can come and learn some of the essential skills for generative AI. So we're calling that.
It is the lowest person gets the job. So we need to reduce cost, improve productivity, bring in efficiency. So continuously work on that. That's where the technology comes in. Post it in social media telling that I have done this course with Michigan, I have done it with IIM. So that is opportunity. In fact, we not only